For you, night is the safe part of the day. You lock the door, turn on the lights, and fall asleep without a single thought. But for almost all of human history, the setting sun was the most terrifying moment of the day. For over 300,000 years, darkness was when ancient humans were most likely to die. No lights, no locks, no safety, just you, the cold, and whatever was hunting in the dark. So how did our ancestors actually survive the night? The answer is why you still flinch at shadows today. First, understand how dark it really was. We have never truly seen the dark. There were no streetlights, no glowing screens, no distant city glow on the horizon. When the sun went down in the prehistoric world, the darkness was total. On a cloudy night, an ancient human could not see their own hand. And here's the problem: humans are daytime animals. Our eyes are useless in the dark. We can't see what's coming, but the things that wanted to eat us, they saw everything. The prehistoric night belonged to predators. Big cats, hyenas, wolves, many of them evolved to hunt in exactly the conditions that left us blind and helpless. Their eyes caught the faintest moonlight. They could smell a sleeping human from far away and move without a sound. To an ancient human lying in the open, the night wasn't just dark, it was full of hungry eyes you could never see. Surviving until sunrise was not guaranteed. It had to be earned every single night. So the first rule of survival was simple: don't sleep where you can be reached. Ancient humans became obsessed with safe sleeping spots, caves with one narrow entrance you could defend, rocky ledges high off the ground, spots with a wall at your back so nothing could sneak up behind you. This instinct never left us. It's why you still feel uneasy sleeping with your back to an open door, and why the corner seat in a room just feels safer. That's not a quirk. That's ancient code. But the single greatest weapon against the night wasn't a spear. It was fire. Fire changed everything. It pushed back the darkness and finally let humans see. It threw off heat that kept them alive through freezing nights. And most importantly, almost every predator on Earth is terrified of flames. A burning fire turned a deadly patch of open ground into a fortress of light. For the first time, ancient humans weren't prey waiting in the dark. They had a glowing wall no animal dared to cross. But fire came with a rule that could not be broken. It could never go out. If the flames died in the middle of the night, the wall of light vanished and the eyes came back. So ancient humans took turns. While the group slept, someone stayed awake, feeding the fire and watching the dark. The night watch. The first job in human history wasn't farming or hunting. It was guarding the people you love while they slept. We have been protecting each other through the night for longer than we've been human. Here's a strange one. Ancient humans didn't sleep the way you do. They didn't pass out for 8 hours straight. Instead, many slept in 2 shifts. They'd fall asleep soon after dark, then wake up around midnight for an hour or two, calm, awake, tending the fire or talking quietly, and then drift back into a second sleep until dawn. So if you've ever woken up at 3 in the morning, wide awake for no reason, feeling like something's wrong, nothing is wrong with you. Your body is just running an ancient schedule the modern world forgot to delete. Even asleep, an ancient human was never fully off. Their brain stayed half on guard, listening. A snapped twig, a low growl, a rustle in the bushes, any of it could mean death. So evolution wired us to wake instantly at strange sounds in the dark and assume the worst. That's why a creak in your house at night still makes your heart slam, even when you know it's nothing. Your brain would rather scare you 1,000 times for no reason than miss the one night something real is out there. Fear kept your ancestors alive. And no one faced the night alone. Ancient humans slept close together, huddled in groups around the fire. More bodies meant more warmth, more eyes, and more spears if something attacked. A lone human in the dark was a dead human. The group was survival itself. This is why loneliness genuinely hurts, why being isolated makes you anxious and being around people feels safe. For your ancestors, being alone at night was a death sentence, and your brain still treats it like one. Now put it all together and something clicks: the fear of the dark, the feeling of being watched, the jolt awake at a tiny noise, the dread of being alone at night. None of these are childish. None of them are random. They are the survival instincts that kept ancient humans alive for hundreds of thousands of years, still firing inside you every single night. You are not afraid of the dark. You are afraid of what used to live in it. And here's the twist. We won. We beat the night. We flipped a switch and turned darkness into light whenever we want. The predators are gone. The fire never goes out. By every measure, you are the safest human who has ever tried to sleep. But your brain never got the message. It still wakes you at 3 a.m. It still makes you check the dark hallway. It still floods you with dread for no reason at all. You're living in total safety, running software built for a world that wanted you dead. For your ancestors, surviving the night was the whole battle. Every sunrise was a victory they had genuinely earned. They survived the cold, the predators, and the endless dark using nothing but fire, each other, and a brain terrified enough to keep them alive. Every one of those nights led, eventually, to you. The reason you exist is that a long, unbroken line of ancient humans were scared enough, and careful enough, to make it to morning. So tonight, when you turn off the lights and feel that tiny flicker of unease, that sense that something might be watching from the dark, don't laugh it off. That feeling is 300,000 years old, and it's the only reason your family tree never ended. We beat the night, but deep down we're still cavemen, still waiting for the sunrise. If this rewired how you think about your own brain, subscribe. There's a lot more strange history about why you are the way you are.